Hello and welcome to a special NDTV show with the great, irresistible, scintillating Shobhaa Day, who's just out with her new novel. It's called Sethji, a fiction of skullduggery and corruption in New Delhi. Shobhaa, Sethji, with Sethji you returned to fiction after many a long year, I think 12 years.
12
and
years,
this
that's
is your
right.
18th book, many
That's
books
right.
of non-fiction in between.
Yes.
But your reputation as a writer of books was made with non-fiction in the 80s and 90s. All those steamy books like Starry Nights, Socialite Evenings, Snapshots, and so on. What has taken you so long to come back with a novel?
Sunil, I think fiction for me is attending a spa treatment. It's a luxury. And it's also something I find which de-stresses me completely. It comes easily to me. I take it for granted. I find it seductive. But I also found non-fiction extremely challenging at the time that I was writing it, which was a decade of non-fiction writing, as many titles, because there was a feeling that India is going through so much cataclysmic change on every level, socially, politically, economically, in terms of our structures, the dynamics within family, parenting, marriage. It needed to be chronicled. And that's when the journalist in me kicked in and took over from the storyteller. But having said that, going back to storytelling has been a complete and total high. I've loved writing Sethji, loved it.
Two differences in Shobhaa Day's progression as a novelist. One is that most of your earlier novels are pretty women-centric.
Yes.
Secondly, they're really set in your natural habitat of Mumbai, the
Yes.
city that's identified with you, city that you grew up in, the city that you embody and represent in many ways. Sethji takes you into the murky undercurrents of political life in Delhi, and its central character, as you see from the cover of the book, is a rather gross man, a low-level, low-caste politician from Uttar Pradesh who's climbed his way to set up a political party, up the political and social ladder of Delhi, deeply conservative, ruthless, bagman, and in for not just a political fight, but many other dirty fights. What takes you into the world of Delhi political life and such a ruthless, unpleasant male protagonist?
Delhi political life, when you think of the destiny of India, you cannot divorce it from what happens in Delhi. Not only because it's our capital, but all the remote controls are in Delhi. And for me, it symbolizes on many levels the degradation that we're living through. It is, to talk about it as a corrupt capital would be an understatement. So the person had to be located in Delhi, and at the same time, I didn't want Sethji to be a big player. I wanted him to be someone who's sleazy, slimy, but a fringe player, because in today's era of coalition politics, it's the fringe players who are making the big difference. And they're the guys who are going to determine how our next 50 years are going to roll out. So Sethji became emblematic in that sense of all that I disdain, all that I have contempt for, as do all the right-thinking citizens of India.
Right, and as a Mumbai girl, dyed-in-the-wool Mumbai person, although you've lived in Delhi for parts of your life as a civil servant's daughter, there's not really much love lost between the national capital and you, is it? You don't really like Delhi.
Delhi, I have really kind of a love-hate relationship with. I can't figure out Delhi the way I know Bombay is in my DNA. And Bombay is a love, it's a passion, Bombay is often a character in my books. So even in Sethji, Bombay managed to crawl in. I tried to stay away from Bombay, but I had to get Sethji to Bombay only because I wanted to show the difference of how power actually is interpreted in Bombay and how it operates in Delhi. In Delhi, it's very much, it's the Babudam that controls almost everything that happens in Delhi. They're the shadowy players. They may not be up front, but they're the people who are pulling all the strings. In Bombay, it's only about money. If you have money, you're successful. In Delhi, it's who you know. So to bring about the dynamics of those power equations, Bombay had to
Poles
feature.
apart these two
Poles
cities.
apart completely. One is driven by commerce and the other by power. It's as obvious as that.
India's #1 news app. Just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.